4 locations. Our Fort Bend branch located at 6608 Greatwood Parkway in Sugar Land. Our Montgomery County branch located at 25700 I-45 North in Spring. Our Bay Area branch located at 17225 El Camino Real in Bay Area, and our original location at HAR Central located at 3693 Southwest Freeway in Houston. All 4 locations offer all the same high quality video production that you have always experienced here at our central location. Contact us today to get your video appointment scheduled at any one of our 4 locations.
As realtors, we help our clients with all sorts of matters, including how to find available resources that may assist with the down payment. We are proud to announce that Down Payment Resource is now available on HAR.com. This will allow consumers to find out if they meet the criteria for any of the 70 different assistance programs available in the greater Houston region. Some programs are income-based, but many allow higher incomes than you may think. There are also programs specific for people in certain professions, such as police officers, firefighters, teachers, healthcare workers, and others. About 89% of all listings for sale in Houston qualify for some sort of down payment. To find out more, you may visit www.har.com/down payment and work with your realtor to make sure you have everything you need to be able to purchase the home of your dreams.
Good morning and welcome to Member Focus Monday. I'm Christina Schaefer, Director of Social Media for HAR. And May is Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month. And to celebrate that, we're so pleased to have leaders from 5 different diversity groups that are located right here in Houston, Texas, to discuss the issues they see and the solutions they bring to their communities. So welcome to the program, everyone.
Thank you.
We're going to go around and do some brief introductions because we'd love to know who you are and the group that you represent. And we can start with you, Stacy.
Hi, everyone. My name is Stacy Nguyen. I am the current 2025 elected president for AAREA, and that's Asian American Real Estate Association, Houston.
Thank you so much. Karishma?
Hi, I'm Karishma Asrani, and I am the president for the 2025 for this year for SAREP, and SAREP is for South Asian Real Estate Professionals.
Very good. Chad?
Hi, my name is Chad Khan, and I'm a South Asian Real Estate Association president, and we are the first South Asian association has been created since 2021.
Very good. Michelle?
Hi, I am the second term vice president for ARIA, that is Asian Real Estate Association.
And Dan?
Hi, I'm Dan. I am the current one of the chapter leaders for VNAR, Vietnamese National Asian Real Estate Professionals here in Houston chapter, and also past president of ARIA Houston.
Very good. Thank you so much for doing that. We're really excited to hear from you all. We have a lot to talk about and various communities that you're representing. So let's go. I'd like to go around again and tell us the mission of your organization and how does that support the AAPI community within real estate. We're just going to go backwards order this time. Dan, go ahead.
So our group, VNAR, we represent the Vietnamese real estate professionals, and we try to empower them so that we can better serve our communities. We look for different situations that are currently happening in our community, and we try to bring the community together and help them out so we can better serve them.
Very good. Thank you. Michelle?
ARIA mission is to promote sustainability homeownership opportunity within Asian American Pacific Islander communities by fostering national vote for housing and real estate professionals serving the market.
Thank you. Chad?
Our mission is to make sure that our South Asian groups, we can network, we can try to resolve the issues what we are facing, and make sure the affordable housing is available for all.
Very good. Karishma?
So, SAREP, the South Asian Real Estate Professionals, our mission is to build a platform for networking, education, and representation, connecting all professionals, raising awareness of cultural nuances of homeownership, and fostering basically inclusive growth within a broader industry.
Thank you. And Stacy?
Our mission is to expand educational programs and creating network opportunities within our membership and also collaborating with other groups to benefit the real estate as a whole community.
Thank you. Wonderful missions all around, and we're happy to hear it. Just taking a look at the comments, and there's a lot of people saying good morning this morning, and we got a few Feliz Cinco de Mayo. We were
Yeah.
planning this, and we thought it was kind of funny that we're celebrating multiple heritages on this Cinco de Mayo. So thank you all again for being here and for the work that you do with your groups. Now, I want to hear a little bit about a few of you mentioned home ownership rates specifically. So Stacy and Michelle, I'd love to hear from you. What are the latest trends or changes that you've seen in AAPI home ownership rates? And Stacy, you can go first on this one.
Okay, so what I'm seeing in our community is the need for a next generation home ownership, meaning parents are staying longer with their grown children and helping taking care of their grandkids. So a lot of my buyers personally, they're looking for a home that has a next gen, which is like basically another home in the same facility or the same home, but it's just for the grandparents and they have their own bathroom, their own living room. And that's what I'm seeing in our community.
Yeah, Michelle?
I see that it has been on the rise. According to NAR's 24 snapshot, back in 2022, it has risen to 63% compared to back in 2012, which is 57%. I do, as a lending background, I do see that lots of lenders are, excuse me, offering more lenient on qualification wise, as well as even according to Stacy, excuse me, um, looking for a parent home or whatnot, that they have opened up the opportunity to have the children qualify for the parent home without having a big ding on their credit or qualification wise.
Now, so that's positive. That's wonderful. We've seen home ownership rates go up, but we of course know there are barriers to home ownership for every community. I'm curious specific about your communities, what barriers you're seeing to home ownership nationally, broad perspective, but also here locally in Houston. Karishma, why don't you go first on this one?
Yes, there are many barriers. The AAPI families face, like including language, cultural gaps. There are many financial misconceptions about what is really needed to be able to afford a house. Can I even buy one? We have limited access to culturally competent real estate services. So in Houston, we've seen challenges around like generation wealth building, like Stacy mentioned, the floor plans that we're looking our families are specifically looking for right now are not as popular or widely available. We have immigration related financial hurdles, and overall I would just say like underrepresentation in the industry.
Thank you so much. Stacy, what are you seeing as barriers to home ownership?
Financially, a lot of the older generations, they do not keep their money in the bank. So to qualify for a regular conventional loan or even an FHA loan, sometimes it's a huge hurdle in home financing. So I'm seeing a lot of clients look towards private lending where they have a large amount of cash. They can't account for it because they don't keep it in the bank. And these lenders, they're willing to lend to them, knowing that this is culturally, this is an accepted practice. So I've been seeing a lot of move towards private lenders.
Yeah, very good. And somebody mentioned, I think it was Krishma, culturally competent. That's, I think, where that really comes into play, that need for that. Michelle, what are you seeing?
Likewise, like Stacy mentioned, there is, they have insufficient funds to be verified in the bank when time comes to closing, or to purchase a home. Or we have seen some borrowers who have been, utilizing more than half of their income just on housing. So it has been kind of like, do I want to put the borrower in a house when they're, just like paycheck to paycheck?
Right. Makes sense. Chad, what are you seeing?
I think the mostly I'm actually I do more commercial business, not residential. But since I'm sitting at the behalf of Harris County county commissioners and county judge in affordable housing, and I see that our realtors, especially the residential side, they're not educating themselves to how much is this resources available they can present to our minority organizations. I asked last year too, Christine, in your last year events when we talk about that, all the leaders that are sitting right now. Today, give me 5 or 10 minutes. Let me come over in your events and provide you the information. I'm sitting behalf of you guys as the chairman of the board for Harris County Land Trust, where we have so much resources available where we can be able to make our generations or those people that cannot afford house, they can be a homeowner. And
Yeah.
I think I will highly recommend that our realtor need to be more educated, more understand what our buyer is looking for. Yes, I understand some people have a lot of money and they keep under the bed. I understand that, but some people they don't have those luxury, and not everybody have a money under the bed. They need some assistance. They need help, and help is available. Only thing we need to be educated.
Yeah. Very good. Thank you so much, Chad. I mean, and you're right. I think across communities, a major barrier to homeownership is that affordability or the attainability, as we say. And there's so many resources. So that's a great point, Chad. Realtors need to get educated there. Dan, what are you seeing as barriers to homeownership?
I like it to go last because I want to say like everything that everybody has said, but especially in the Vietnamese community, especially our older generation, they don't believe in credit. They think that we should pay cash for everything, and but the challenge is some of these houses are getting more expensive, and they don't have $500,000 in cash anymore. So they asked us, like, well, how can I get a loan to cover the difference? So we, as a community and as a organization, is we try to find different resources so they can get loans. I know Stacy mentioned there's a lot of private lending going on, and we work with different lenders that have alternative lending methods so that we can get these families into homes. So basically, what everybody else said, and plus what I just said.
Yeah, very good. Thank you. Well, let's talk a little bit about representation. A few people mentioned representation, so I want to kind of dive into that a little bit. And I want to hear from Chad, Dan, and Karishma on this one. How has representation or the lack of representation shaped your journey in the real estate industry? Chad, do you want to go first on this one?
Sure. Well, just like I said, mentioned that before, I do mostly commercial. But when I joined HAR have been very kind. Texas Realtor was very kind, and they welcome me, they educate me, and I run for the HR board 2020 to 2022. I serve as the board of director, and I learned a lot from her and Tar. And the only thing I see the lack of that time that South Asian community they do not get involved. They don't do any networking. They have no any education issues. I mean, during my elections campaign, I was going almost every community to asking the vote except my own community. We have no networking platform, no education platform. So that's the reason I create South Asian Real Estate Association. And now we can see that from South Asian, we have Sarab and how much they see our South Asian community getting involved. So that's the great thing I can take that, hey, I was able to bring on the table something where those communities that never come out, they never have been a tree-pack member, they become a tree-pack member. Krishma did a very good job and bring some South Asian to make them a tree-pack member. So those kind of things, I think we need to be continuously educated, and HAR support, TR support, it was great for me. And I mean, I'm doing commercial real estate. People knows me who I am. They trust me more because I serve in the board, and they know that hey, Khan will do better job. And same thing, our chairman of the South Asian Real Estate Association, Miss Jasmita Singh. She's a great woman. She's serving our South Asian Real Estate Association for this her second year, and she's the radio DJ, and she giving messages on the radio. Hey, what our realtor can do for you. So that's her job is to trying to send business to all the realtors.
Yeah.
So this is the best things. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And that's such a good point. Realizing there isn't representation and trying to make something to fill that space. So thank you, Chad, for that. Dan, what about you?
So without organizations like we have, I wouldn't be able to find resources so I can serve our community, so I can find them loan programs so they can get into houses. Maybe if I didn't join these organizations or be a part of these organizations, I wouldn't be able to reach out to the other chapter leaders or the other leaders of other organizations so we can pull together resources. Then at the end of the day, it's to serve our community so we can better represent them and get them into the home ownership that they need. So I
Yeah.
suggest everybody to join an organization like ours.
Very good. Thank you. Karishma, what about you? How has representation or the lack of representation shaped your journey?
So I'm going to echo what Dan and Chad mentioned about how important it is. Representation matters, right? Because it sends a very clear message. You belong here and your story has value. Early on in my career, I rarely saw South Asian women, and if I'm saying quite frankly, many women of color in that case, in leadership roles within our industry. That invisibility was not just about optics, it influenced whose voices were heard, whose businesses got referred, and who was invited in rooms where decisions were made. So in 2023, NAR had a statistic that I think it was less than 6% of realtors that identified themselves as Asians, and then even fewer held leadership positions in brokerages or associations. So that gap really reflects what many of us have experienced firsthand, right? Like talent and potential being overlooked because it doesn't fit an expected mold, if you say. And that's why SAREP was formed. SAREP is here to ensure that others don't feel like they're the only one in the room. We try to create leadership pathways that didn't exist before. We try to provide a platform where everybody feels they feel safe to ask questions that they want and be able to network.
Very good. Thank you so much. And I think that's wonderful, just creating more and more spaces for people to grow and learn and lead. But two of these groups, actually maybe three. Dan, I'm not, what year did VNARP come to Houston?
VNARP came to Houston and officially in 2022. So it's been
Yeah.
about 2.5 years already. Yeah.
So in the last 5 years, three new groups right here on this screen. So that's wonderful. So you all, take time out of your day-to-day careers to give back and be a part of these groups. So I would guess that you have a strong passion for what these groups do, but some might wonder why groups like this are even needed. What would you say? I want to hear from everyone on this one. Just your quick thoughts. What would you say to someone questioning the value of diversity-driven organizations in real estate? Stacy, do you want to go first on this one?
Sure. So I would say collaboration with other groups. With real estate, we meet all sorts of people from every background imaginable, and especially being in Houston, we're such a melting pot of culture and food and everything. So why would you not want to join one of these groups just to learn about one another? And just to learn about the practices in real estate, because a buyer from Vietnam would not be the same type of buyer that's from Ecuador or Mexico. So to be a part of this group, you're just learning about other cultures, and I think learning is always a good thing, especially where we're at here.
Yeah, fabulous. Karishma?
Um, so diversity driven organizations like aren't just about identity, right? Like it's about having access, having insight, um, like Stacy mentioned, to be able to collaborate, to bridge those gaps, educate each other. And I know TreePack does a great job with their global dinners as well, just educating each other about each other's culture, what kind of needs each buyer has. So yeah, I think it's absolutely important. It's really like we're only 3 years old, Saurabh, but it has changed me personally in how I look at business, how I do things, um, learning from each other. Basically, it's I feel it's very important.
Thank you. Chad?
Well, again, like what I said before, that we South Asian, we never did the network before in the history. I've been I've been realtor 2014, and I went so many events, and I've never seen any South Asian going any type network. So once a South Asian real estate, created, we see that South Asian people, they are coming out. They were hungry. They're looking a space to network.
Yeah.
And our first event, Christina, you were there. You saw that how was our first event. So I'm glad for that, and I'm so happy that we are so many South Asian. We are coming out and doing networking, educations, and are relaying each other that hey, I have this question, I have that question, and we are helping each other. I love that. I
Yeah.
mean, we are looking for all this association that we are AAPI association. We need to get together, meet, and see that how we can help our members. And it's, in reference to about the membership, South Asian real estate, we are name is South Asian, but we have members for almost every nation in our organization. Our vice president, she's a Vietnamese, Diane Nguyen. She's a Vietnamese woman. And we invite all the members that come, especially that AAPI community people, that organization, there are 5, 6 organization here. Please come join us and you don't have to pay any kind luncheon fees or entry fees. Just say that hey, I'm Arya or I'm Saria or Sarep or WinRep board of director or member, and we will let you free, complimentary, and enjoy the nice lunch or dinner
Yeah.
and a good networking event. If you remember that when new commission came out, we did Chuck, what's the name, the lawyer,
Chuck
uh, uh,
Jacobus.
yes, and our HAR lawyer, we did a very good event. We were the first association did that event, and it was so successful, and tried to give the message out that hey, what is the new commission going to affect you? So if we do not have those kind of organization, we cannot relay those messages, NAR message or TAR message or HR message that quick for our group, our minority group. And again, I will highly recommend that, and highly request all our leaders they are here that please allow me, give me 3 or 4 minutes. Let me come out, let me educate you guys and your members that what kind taxes, housing, TDHCA resources available. You can have up to $150,000 available for your buyer.
Yeah.
Tell me where you can find those kind of money, and it is available. Since I'm a Harris County Housing Finance Vice Chairman and I'm a Harris County Land Trust Chairman of the board, I'm holding 2 high positions that nobody hold those 2 positions before.
Right.
As a minority guy, as a South Asian guy, I'm very honorable that County Judge Miss Lina Hidalgo allowed me to serve. And thank you for HAR to, uh, sh- polish me for these positions.
Yeah. Thank
Thank
you,
you.
thank you. Yeah. So again, going back to that education, that's very much needed. Michelle, what about you? What would you say to someone questioning the value of diversity-driven organizations in real estate?
I would say everyone needs support, and where can it be a better place to collaborate and get the education you need, learn from everyone, just like Stacy said, and and to be a part, to be the voice, to be, make a change for, the or not only just API, but just, as a whole, to have a support system to learn and network by all means. Learn from one another. I think that we have such a, a diverse group, with so many organizations here in Houston that it's a brainer to learn from one another. It's not a competition, but it's a collaboration.
Love that. Thank you. And Dan?
I like being last again, just what everybody else said. However, with in our organization, why do you want to join a diverse group? Houston is such a diverse city. Why not? If you have a client that's just came from Vietnam, are you going to know their culture? If you didn't join, VNARB, you wouldn't probably know about those cultures. So join these organizations, learn about each one's culture, so you can better serve that client at that time.
Very good. Thank you so much, Dan. Just a few comments that are coming in that I wanted to take note of. Gary Lee's just said, "Great crew with tons of knowledge. Appreciate y'all." Teresa Hill said, "These are some incredible leaders right here." Syed Mubashir said, "Hats off to all the AAPI leaders for such great work and volunteering. Their invaluable time to empower others." And Mike Wong came in with a good point. He said, "These groups are also resources and referrals for agents who speak various languages fluently to better serve consumers." So great points there, and we appreciate those comments. If you have questions for any of the leaders that are here with us today, type those in. We'll get to as many as we can. Now, I want to talk a little bit about advocacy because I know that some of your groups are involved in advocacy. Dan, I'm going to call on you to go first on this one. So tell us about a current initiative or advocacy effort your group is leading that you're really proud of.
So in our group, VNAR, what we do is we of course we advocate for Vietnamese and AAPI culture and communities. But one thing that we have been proud of is every year we put together Vietnam National puts together is an event called Taste of Vietnam. It's where we bring 500 to like 1,000 different real estate professionals into an event, and we showcase the culture, we showcase the area leaders, and we educate them on things that are currently going on, maybe in Vietnam or the Vietnamese community, and then we just have a good time. But overall, the overall is not about having a good time; it's about showcasing the Vietnamese culture so we can better serve ourselves.
Very good. What about you, Karishma? Tell us about an initiative or advocacy effort your group is leading that you're proud of.
There are actually more than one. So one of the biggest ones is our focus on leadership development and mentorship. We're working with multiple, I would say, trade industry vendors as well to come in and educate realtors about what we're doing, creating opportunities for our members who want to get into leadership roles. I know two of our board members are on TRLP this year, so that's huge. And then the other part of the advocacy is, especially in today's climate, bills that are on the floor that prevent certain communities from home ownership, raising awareness about that so that we can go and actually support our candidates who fight for them. A lot of people don't even know there are certain states that are working on such issues. I know there's SB7, there's HB7. Like just educating our members about, hey, what's happening, what legislation bills are being put on the floor, so that we can go and fight for our clients. But yeah, those are a couple of initiatives that we are proud of.
Thank you so much for mentioning those. Stacy?
I'm extremely proud of our team and our board members because last year for our AAREA Gala, we were able to provide seven $2,000 scholarships. So for $14,000 worth of scholarship. And we are 100% nonprofit. So we support tools for veterans. We had teamed up with Home Depot last year to provide 4 sets of tools for veterans that are starting over. And we also partner up with Kids Meals during the Christmas time to provide just toys for a toy drive with them. But I'm very proud of our organization and our board members as well.
Thank you so much. Well, I know that you probably, some of you have various events or educational opportunities or even outreach programs that for realtors or consumers. So I'd like to go around and give you all a chance to tell us about anything you have coming up. Or if you don't have something coming up immediately on the calendar right now, things that you might be planning for later this year. So we'll start with you on this one, Stacy.
We have a luncheon in the second week of May. We are going to be focusing on the since hurricane season is coming up, we will be talking about claims, and I know roof is a huge topic in the insurance and the home buying process. So we'll be focusing on that, and then in June we have a happy hour at PF Chains in Sugarland, and I'll have information about that as well for you.
Thank you. Karishma?
We have a couple events on the calendar already. Our upcoming one is actually this Wednesday. It's at this amazing restaurant, Makin. So the food is going to be great, but more importantly, the two panelists we have are top producers. They've been through recessions. Their business is bulletproof, I would like to say. And with we're trying to prepare our members for our upcoming season because I know some people are talking about a recession and that's scaring a lot of the real estate industry associates. So we were like, okay, let's try to provide something that will assure them or give them the tools they need for the upcoming year. So that's going to be on May 7th. And then the next one I'm super excited about is a pickleball event. This is all about collaboration. It's actually 4 different organizations that have gotten together. ARIA is one of them. Sorry, AREA is one of them, along with NAREP. And that is on June 5th. It's like a pickleball tournament that we're going to have from 6 to 9. We'll share, the links for registration and more information like that. So please join us. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Thank you so much. Chad, any upcoming events that you want to tell us about?
Yes, ma'am. Saria and myself, I'll be teaching uh, ABC of commercials on May the 15th. The CRE 2 hour class, ABC for commercial. And after then, we have one more class coming up on May 22nd for the affordable housing class. That's not too many people offer. And that class will teach you that how you can get resources, what I was talking about earlier. So that
Great.
class is already full, May 22nd. It's Stewart Titles. They are the people they are organizing their class. And after then, we have a June 4th, one more class is coming up for commercials, how to write LOI and commercial contracts. And we have meetings every third Wednesday on what's called a Mezban evening from 6:30 to 7:30. Come and join us for dinner, free of charge.
Great. Thank you. Michelle?
We have May 10th. We're gonna have a booth at the Houston Post. They're doing an AAPI event there, and we are at our booth. We'll talk more about our organization as well as we also have a foundation that it's to help the community as well. It is a raffle, so come by if you guys. It's from 12 to 9. And not only that, we on May 12th, there's an AAPI, it's an AAPI day. We will be collaborating, meeting our sister chapters at the Capitol up in Austin to celebrate the AAPI day. May 15th, we're collaborating with Comgate Commercial. where the commercial brokers will be showcasing their current project or listing or anything. It's open to all of our members. And I'm sure Gate Commercial will have it out there for public to register on from May 20th to May 30th. We will be meeting, our national organization will be meeting up in Washington, D.C. for a policy summit to be the voice to advocate for, let alone for Houston. We're going to be there to advocate for, certain things on the real estate side, to be the voice to any of the policies that we need to on a lot of things that we have. Like last year we brought up the lending, the flexibility of Harris County, where first time home buyer, they're not really getting the money when they say it's grant and whatnot. So we go up there every year. That's in May. Mid-June, we're collaborating with one of our sponsors, Chase Bank, who will be leading the first-time home buyer class. So that information, we'll have that more details to come.
Very good. And Dan? Oh, let's see. You're on mute, Dan. There we go.
I'm definitely going to attend all these other organizations events, especially the pickleball one, and I love pickleball. Locally, Houston chapter, we're going through our leadership change right now. So once the new leadership takes place, steps in, we're definitely promote our upcoming events. But later this year, VNARB National is hosting that Taste of Vietnam event, where we bring together all the real estate professionals and communities so we can educate and showcase the Vietnamese culture. That's going to be in November in Silicon Valley in California.
Very good. Thank you. And I know there's people that are interested in these events. We have been sharing links in the comments as they've been mentioned. Of course, we would encourage you to go visit each of these groups, their websites or their social media, and follow them so you can stay current, stay up to date with what they're offering. Chad and Michelle, I'd love to hear from you on this one. Just one piece of advice that you'd give to a new realtor that falls into one of these AAPI groups or communities that's just starting out today. What would you say to a new realtor? Chad, you want to go first?
Yes, ma'am. Educate. Attend HAR classes. Make sure attend Kristen Schaefer class for what's called social media. You do very good job on social media. I mean, classes education is very important, and be involved with her. They will make you leader, that who you are, and be honest, and be sincere, and do your uh, do your job honestly, and I think you'll be great. But make sure join the brokerage. Don't look for discount brokerage. Look the brokerage who can educate you, who can teach you, and who can make you the leader for the next generations, where you can be able to help for the next generations. That's my advice.
Very good. All about education. I love it. Michelle.
I would say to network and collaborate with all organizations. Learn, be educated by all, because knowledge is king, right? But the motto I go by is be involved, be informed, and be the voice.
Very good. Thank you so much. Well, this has been great. We've got some great interaction in the comments. People really appreciating what you're having to share. I know a few of you've already mentioned this, but I'd like to give everyone a chance to mention the benefits of joining your organization, how people can get involved, and show support. So, Dan, we'll start with you on this one.
The benefits of our organization, of course, connecting with Vietnamese real estate professionals in our communities. How do you get involved? Follow us on social media. Look up VNARB Houston, or go to vnarb.org.
Very good. Michelle?
We pride ourselves as the real estate hub, from first-time home buyer classes for residential to commercial collaboration, to even investors. We, as an organization, we are a national nonprofit organization, so we do have the discount and the promo codes for all of our members.
Yeah, very good. And Chad, I know you mentioned a free dinner. I hear free dinner and I'm listening. So I know you mentioned that. Any other benefits to joining your group, and how can people join?
Our group, we make our member a leader, future leader. That's our job is. And mostly our luncheon or our dinner, we have like a Congress people, state representative, a lot of elected officials. They always coming. Last meeting, we have a sheriff, Mr. Ed Gonzalez, who was giving us advice what we need to do as a realtor, especially single woman when she's going to show the houses, what is best and what's not best, what should you do if something happen. So those kind of thing education we are providing. Second thing, we are providing medicals for our realtors. A lot of realtors, they don't have a insurance, so we are working with a medical group. I think it's May 15. We have a mammograms free of our realtors. If you want to join, it's going to be 610 and 290.
Very
We
good.
have I'm sorry.
Oh, I just said very good.
Okay, sorry about that. I talked too fast. I'm sorry. Uh, so we create leaders, and leaders is come and educate and learn how we can do. We do networking, we do education events, we do medical events. So whatever we can, but we not exclusive for South Asian. We are open for almost every race, and that's what our goal is to educate and learn, and how
Very.
we can help each other.
Thank you. Karishma?
So by joining SARB, what are the benefits? And I would say by joining any of our organizations, not just SARB, right? What you gain is a very supportive community, access to exclusive events, educational tools, basically a platform for being something bigger, right? You'll get access to leadership pathways, like Chad mentioned. That's huge in our on our goals. So whether you're a South Asian or an ally, there's space for you to contribute, to learn, and grow with us. Um, our our events are very geared to what is current and actively happening in the market. So you'll constantly be up to date on how to take your business to the next level or meet challenges with confidence.
Very good. Thank you so much. And Stacy?
I want to reiterate what Dan said was I agree with everyone since I'm last finally. So everything that everyone has said, I do agree with. And please join us. We have great partners. We're it's just a nice little family within a large community. And I wanted to also thank you, Christina, and HAR for providing us a platform so that we can share our organization's model and goals. And then I also want to say, as realtors, I know we've been getting a lot of bad rap in the media, and we're actually building communities. And we should be so proud of that because we're building communities one home at a time. And so I wanted to give us props too for going out there, and it's hard, it's a hustle. So I wanted to give a shout out to all of us as well.
Wonderful. Thank you so much to all of you for your time today. I know our members are enjoying it. Christopher Robinson said, outstanding panel. And Latoul said, great session. Good to know these organizations are here and available to us. So absolutely, like Stacy just said, it's a big group, but we have these small families, as you said. I love to hear that. So thank you again to all of our panelists for your time today. I really appreciate it, and that you are kicking off Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month with us here today on Cinco de Mayo. Fun way to start it. So that is it for this Member Focus Monday. Next Monday, we will be talking about flood in Houston with Bill Baldwin. So be sure to tune in next Monday at 9 a.m. and we'll see you then. Have a great week, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thank you.